All right, I think we are live, and I say I think because it's been quite a while. So, by all accounts, we probably forgot how to actually do this correctly. In in any case, welcome back. As Fran is about to take his seat there, Fran, 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 are you there?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
There you go. All right.
Can I go live?
Yeah, you can go live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube, and I have to make sure I don't blow this thing up, because I think it is. I think it is working. And welcome back, everybody. You in live control room. There we go. Got to make sure all the settings and everything are working. Frank, can we do a mic check on your side?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, awesome. All right, we are back and we are live. Welcome in everybody to Relive Sports. Let me know when you go live on Twitch.
I'm live on Twitch.
There you go. We are live on across Twitch and YouTube here for the Merseyside Derby. Derby?
Derby,
Spelled
whichever way you
Derby.
want.
I guess it's pronounced whichever way you want to pronounce it. In a very rainy Everton, as we resume play here in the Premier League season. Welcome back to sports in general, because we've been out
Quick,
of it for the better part of months.
quick thing on the Twitch one. I
Yeah.
renamed it, but it still says NBA Highlight Extravaganza.
All right, let's go in and fix the Twitcher. We
I
can
thought I
do
hit
that.
it when I went live. I didn't miss
Yeah,
it.
sometimes it does like some crazy stuff
Or
here.
maybe it's still there before.
Yeah.
But as a ceremony as of right now in the Premier League, due to the current times that we have, especially in the Black Lives Matter movement, this is all the players are taking a knee before the match and a moment of silence for that right after the coin toss. It should be occurring in the center circle. And we'll observe that moment of silence with the players as well. There we go. Let's start getting this show on the road. The Premier League has restarted and it is back. It is back for us to take home the trophy that we once have not had for the last 25 years. I've kind of started to take a look at this and kind of look at this as our victory lap. We only
Oh
need
my
two
goodness.
two necessary wins out of the last 10 or 9. Forget exactly how many games it is. As you can see, Trent Alexander-Arnold's cleats. They have the Black Lives Matter movement and power, something that he tweeted about earlier today. Um,
And all the jerseys, the back of all the jerseys, they
yes.
don't have any names actually for either side. It just says Black Lives Matter and then the number of the player. So the Premier League and sports leagues around the world, and here is the knee. The refs even getting involved here.
And one of the main things here, too, is actually, as you'll be able to see on all the shirts, there's also not only the Black Lives Matter movement tag around the shoulders, but there is also a NHS tag in the middle for the National Health Services that has been working overtime during the COVID pandemic, and the respect is seen on both ways. And here we are. Liverpool is back in action after a long time and too long without football, in my opinion. But what was needed to happen did happen. And today, the lineup seems kind of surprising, to be honest with you. Taki Minamino is actually going to get the start over Mohamed Salah. And in my opinion, I personally think Klopp is just looking at that for just a general switch. just kind of long term rather than a short term fix. There are no problems. There are no injuries with Salah. So maybe this is kind of the idea. We only need to win 2 games in the next 10. Let's rest our players. Let's make sure we're ready to go and get those 2 and seal it.
Yeah, it's essentially doing minutes restriction, if you will, here. It's been a long break, so it's actually, you know, Klopp was interviewed earlier this week, or he was doing his press conference before the game, saying that the boys they've been keeping fit. Of course, they have to, right? But you don't know how you're actually, and they've done some scrims. I think they had 3 scrims before this game. But of course, you don't know how you're actually going to react after such a long layoff and to get back to game action. Um,
Yeah, exactly. We had a few scrimmages against lower tier clubs I think it was in the Premiership and in the Championship as well. We had a few games against them. And one of the main things that actually has been getting me through quarantine is the team has actually been able to stay very fit and ahead of themselves. They have daily routines that they themselves have to go through with the coaches. And they also have been all FaceTiming each other and Zooming with each other for doing yoga sessions and training sessions, and Liverpool has been nice enough to actually put that online. And it's very entertaining to see how all the lads interact with each other.
have you been doing the yoga with them? Can you do
No,
yoga with the players? Is that a thing?
that would be a very neat interact. That would be very cool.
It would
I
be,
think
right?
Zoom should look into that, where
Yeah.
like you can just like they're all there, but you can just watch and you do it with them, and they can't see your face. One of the things here that is actually pretty interesting. I don't know if it's in the Everton stadium, but it wouldn't surprise me since it is Everton. But I don't think they have a big enough video monitor to actually show it on the screen. But what the Premier League has been doing is that they've actually been putting a screen near the either on the banners around the side or also behind the goal showing fans, like similar to us. So it would just be our faces showing it. Kind of neat. I know it's not exactly the same thing as having fans, but it's better than nothing.
I will turn the clock on here in a second. I gotta just make sure. There's a couple settings that we've been offline for so long that we haven't had an opportunity uh, to do make it all work. So there's the clock. We are 3 minutes and about 30 seconds in to the match here. Scoreless in the early going. And of course, as Fran was saying, no fans. So if you guys are like us, you're watching from home. Just about everybody is watching from home here as Everton moves the ball into the Liverpool side of the pitch here, and that is going to be quickly and easily defended by Henderson. Also, so Shaqiri is the only one that's technically still injured with a calf. But Fran, as you were saying, Salah is just not playing today. Coach's decision here. The first attempt by Everton going just wide. Allison maybe got a fingertip on it, but I don't think he needed to. The assist there by Everton was late, so the threat extinguished by Liverpool here early.
Yeah, and that's kind of the first threat at goal we've basically been able to see from both of these clubs right now. And it's fine. It's all right. We're shaky. A lot of the things that I've been kind of seeing throughout just watching other clubs play right now is that most of the players are actually, they just kind of seem not out of shape, but they're just slightly
Slow.
yeah. I mean, they're out of shape is
They're out of
the
shape.
easiest way to put it.
Well, they're out of shape. They're more in shape than any of us, but they're out of shape for Premier League football. Let's put it that way.
Yes, precisely.
There's
They're out of
there's
shape
another
for
level. There's another level that everyone has to achieve here.
right,
And
because they were kind of used to themselves going a full 90 minutes, everybody being match fit, all that type of jazz. And when that happens, and then suddenly you don't play for such a long time, that's when problems start to arise and also injuries. We've seen a few injuries so far, but nothing too major throughout the Premier League, which is great.
some teams already have. This is not the first game back. It's the first game back for Liverpool, but not the first game back for the Premier League. You want to do a quick roundup of what we've seen from the league so far, and your thoughts on. I think you were sharing some thoughts on the no fans thing a few days ago.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not the biggest. Obviously, nobody's really a fan of not having fans at the match. But listen, we're in a different time. We need to adapt and we need to do the right things, and this is the right step. Granted, the teams are still able to play, which is fantastic. It's good to watch for us, but this is a derby. The fans should be fighting each other in the streets, going crazy, rioting throughout the whole city. Like this is the day for Liverpool, and unfortunately, it's not really like that. But next year it will be, hopefully, when we're able to get past it. And kind of a lot of what happens in Derby days is that the stadium fills with that passion,
Oh yeah.
and unfortunately, that's probably not going to translate to this. But still, a lot of these players don't like each other, so there's that.
Yeah, they don't like each other whether or not there are fans or not. It just is a little bizarre not to hear any of the singing or anything, right? And then you were saying earlier about like if a team, especially if the home team gets behind, like the away team doesn't need to worry about like the crowd getting them back into it because there is no crowd.
Oh, that's a late challenge by Firmino there. Yes, exactly. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing a lot of that. It's weird because there's no uh, actual momentum in the stadium. Not that that should actually impact it, but it totally does. For example, if you're an away team, and like for us here, if we score against Everton, our entire section's going to be going crazy and throwing flares, right?
They're like
You
playing.
don't really get that anymore. So it's like, oh wow, we scored, like it, and then it almost feels like a home game for the away team. Like you just lock in, you're on a pitch, you're playing. It doesn't actually feel like you're playing away from home. And here you have
Oh yeah, good.
Everton first on the
Getting in the
attack, and
box.
that was a
It
handball.
was a
It went up
handball.
and hit his hand right there.
However,
And
Klopp was interviewed on this point because he's basically had to answer this question like the entire week,
10,000
a
times, yeah.
thousand bajillion times. What are you gonna do with no fans? Well, he's basically saying, look, we still have a derby, so like you still got to go out and play whether or not there are fans or not. So we have to kind of get ourselves ready and prepped for the game regardless. Little Man Knows Sports, welcome in on our YouTube stream. Great to have you around. Great to have everybody around on both Twitch and YouTube. Welcome in here as we're about 8 minutes into the game and maybe both teams shaking off a little bit of a rust. Game hasn't been particularly precise, I would say. Um, Plenty of turnovers either side. Folks giving the ball
And
back away.
this is kind of a general theme that we've been seeing a lot from kind of the Premier League in general right now. Is there is a lot of sloppy play, and then we were able to get something in the box, but it was cleared by Everton there.
Yeah. Sloppy play to go along with the sloppy weather here in England today.
Hey, there is some sun on the pitch.
Which is weird because it looks like it's pouring, but it's also sunny, which I guess is a typical English day.
Yeah, I guess so. I, I would have to assume so.
Yeah.
But also, so this is a pretty interesting. As much as we are a team and we are a club that necessarily feeds off of the fans and our atmosphere a lot, I also think we're such a well-ironed unit, and having no fans
Oh,
and
good pick up
crowd
there.
noise, that's a really nice move by Fabinho. Now Taki's going to take it down the wing.
Taki with a shot! Ooh!
Oy.
Deflected. I think the keeper did
Nah,
get.
he sliced it. I think he sliced it.
Oh,
He
I
sliced
looked
it
to
away.
me like Pickford got a hand on this. I don't know, but it was a good pickup in the midfield. Nice pass.
And that's exactly what we need Fabinho. Fabinho was out for
Oh, you're
about
right.
a few
way
weeks,
off.
almost like a month throughout the season. That was something that we were lacking in our midfield. Really, he is the anchor to our midfield. A lot of people actually criticized him for it, but at the beginning when he came in, it took him about 6 to 8 months to settle. And I just personally think that's part of the Klopp system. It takes new players around 6 to 8 months to always settle, to get a lot of games in, to understand the system and how we play. And as you can see here, we are ganging pressing and we are all the way up the pitch here. I actually think Klopp doesn't mind this because he can actually get the instructions out to the players. He can keep it organized, and he can make them play exactly how he wants them to play, like on the training pitch. So I think for a
Yeah.
team like us that is so structured and coordinated like it is actually kind of helpful because there is no any of like, oh, I'm caught up in the emotion of the fans and the goals. I mean, granted, when Anfield starts rocking and it's buzzing, I mean, you as a player think you're on top of the world. And sometimes there are moments when the other team will score. There is none of that anymore. There is no human nature instinct in that.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting because unlike a lot of other games, like, where football, where you're calling in a play from the sideline every time, or in basketball, like, it's only five players, right? So it's a bit easier and you're looking for the coach to call plays. Football is a lot, American football, rather.
Nice,
Sorry,
nice
nice play
ball, nice
inside.
ball. Taki, ooh.
They are going to call that a
And then
foul,
they're going to
though.
call that a foul on, yeah. He fouled
Richarlison.
Fabinho. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. 100%. That was a
but
really good play. Nice link up between Fabinho and Taki. There was a lot of there was criticism also against Taki, saying that he came in, he hasn't really played much, or he hasn't done well. Um, but I've started, and that's
oh,
normal, right? He's coming
beautiful
from
play.
the Austrian league, which is not one of the highest top tiers of football, and coming to the Premier League. It is very different, and his body type also needs to bulk up and get better. And I was actually reading an article, and they were all saying that this time actually away from football and this break has helped him settle in dramatically. And everybody's ranting, raving about him, how incredible he's been in practice and everything. So it's actually pretty neat. This surprisingly, there is like a hidden gem in all of this COVID stuff and this break. And hopefully it's something with that. And Alexander Arnold is most likely going to step over this ball. This is a similar spot where he actually scored his first Champions League
Free
goal
kick.
against Hoffenheim.
That's
Oh,
too
that
far
was
to
really
the
bad.
too far to
Looks
the
like we were on
left.
the training pitch for a little too long there, and it didn't really work out.
Yeah, that one was wide left there. I have to say though, I do like Taki's aggressiveness early on. It's been like that first shot. I'm kind of glad that he just like let that one rip. That he's not being timid to shoot, especially playing in the place of Salah here. So good to see him sort of get involved in the game and get a feel for the game early. Uh,
And I also got to give some props to Jurgen Klopp and Carlo Ancelotti. They both look very good after quarantine. Like they've
oh,
lost weight, they look skinny. Yeah, they look good. I got to give them props. Carlo, yeah, he used to have a little bigger belly on him,
maybe
and he
they've
looks great.
like found ways to de-stress. Have they been getting involved in the player yoga as well?
Yes, they. Yeah, Jurgen always gets on, and he'll do it with them.
Oh, there you go. So as you were saying earlier, that the fact that there are no fans means you can hear
Yeah.
your
So,
the coach call plays or call alignments or say
there's Fab
things, right?
again. So one of the really funny things is I was actually watching a game. I think it was against Man U and Tottenham, which makes complete sense of why they were shaping where they were shouting this. But Tottenham, Jose Mourinho, very structured defense. Literally, the only thing you could hear for 10 or 15 minutes was the center defensive midfielder shape, shape, shape to keep the shape. And it was like the whole we all were just hearing this guy just yell shape the entire time. I mean, I guess it's cool, but it wasn't really that
Well, it's a
interesting.
bit of a unique insight that you would never get. If you go to watch the game live, you kind of can hear. Well, in a smaller stadium, right? When we used to
You can't
watch,
really hear anything.
but like if you were at Duke, you could kind of hear what the players were saying in Cameron. But like, yeah, for a big stadium, it just like doesn't happen. Liverpool here on the attack
Nice ball.
again,
Oh,
just
just
too
over there.
far.
And you
Pickford's
can
gonna
kind of
grab
see
this
here
up.
we're starting to pick and probe. We're starting to understand, kind of get in the flow of things. A lot of the, I mean, another problem of not playing for so long is that you're actually, as a player, kind of worried about how much energy you expunge at the beginning because you actually may not have that left in the tank. Typically, all of our players here can go 100%, 90 minutes, and they still have something left in the tank. I
Have
don't
you
think they
seen?
actually have that confidence yet.
You've been watching
Nice
some of the
ball there.
games as they've returned. Have you seen the game sort of degrade as the 90 minutes comes around? I guess degrade's
Nice
a
ball.
weird word.
Oh, he dummied that. Um, so kind of half and half. Some games you'll see that the people will tire, and like they blatantly. And there's King Kenny. I think he's picking his nose under the mask, which is okay. That's really unfortunate timing. Um, but yeah, sometimes they'll tire out, and you can tell some like really heavy legs. But that also opens up the game a lot.
Yeah, right. It
So
does.
it's like it's a double edged sword. And your Everton Milner was thankfully able to get back and Taki back in the midfield, back to Milner, and then
15
back up to
minutes
Van Dijk.
gone through here in the first half. Score still 0-0 amongst both teams. Both teams trying to settle in here. It is their first game back after the break. Liverpool having to win just 2 out of the remaining 9 or 10 games. However, you guys did lose 4 or didn't win 4 of the last 6 before the break. So, any concerns about like the form towards the end of the before the break and now coming back as we see Everton now here on the charge?
No, no concern. I think we should be all right.
Do you think the reset may have actually helped? Like
Yeah,
just
I
from a
think it
mental
actually did.
standpoint?
Yeah, 100%. Because honestly, what happened after the restart, losing the Atletico Madrid like that, I mean, that was
Oh, right,
pretty
the Champions League
shocking,
one.
pretty depressing. So I think this actually gave everybody time to be like, oh, yeah, who really cares about the Champions League? Let's just win the league, and the Champions League may not even happen. So let's just keep going. Kind of attitude to it. I don't know. Maybe it helped, but also,
Everton puts this one back
I do want
behind
to
the net.
comment on something that is
Yeah.
very funny. Every single person on the pitch has not been able to go get their hair cut. So, as we know, footballers love to be very eccentric with their hair. Every single person on the pitch has like the same haircut, like from the hop. Like Alexander Arnold typically has a smaller hair. You can see he has like a little fro. Henderson typically has shorter hair on the sides. Like everybody has like a full head of hair without their like eccentric haircuts. There's no like highlights that people have. It's kind of funny.
Wait,
Like,
nobody has gotten, but like really
yeah, like
interesting.
Sadio has like a full head of hair.
Oh, that is really
And
funny.
like Milner has hair, unless they have. Obviously, they're just bald. Like
Here again,
Fabinho, and he
look
just
for
shaves
the
his head.
opportunity. Liverpool on the attack, out to Henderson on the right wing here, back.
Cross that in.
Yes, Taki in
Oh,
the
nice,
box.
Taki.
Deflected
Nice
by Everton.
movement.
Still with Henderson
Cross
here.
that in. Yep, nice.
This is going to go for goal. And
Nice
Pickford,
ball. Ooh.
Pickford's going to just grab this one out of the air. No opportunity there, as Everton is going to reset this.
I would say actually the perfect example of this is Firmino, who literally gets a haircut like every single game. Is completely different hair. He has like my hair, like he has regular hair right now, which is absolutely hilarious for someone.
Speaking of people who haven't gotten a haircut, Fran.
Yeah, it's fine. That's right.
Or the shave. You're just channeling the same sort of energy as the players.
Yeah.
I actually did get my haircut last week. It was an interesting experience. I haven't gotten sick yet, so I think I'm still okay. Hopefully, we'll have to give it another week though, as Liverpool is going to inbound this, and it's just going to go back into the Liverpool side. Matip grabbing it, and he's going to bring it up to midfield.
Yeah, and the center back selection, I would say, is something that we've been running with for a while. Joe Gomez, at the end of the day, with Van Dijk is probably the best combination. But for this, I don't mind seeing Joel Matip. He hasn't really put much of a foot wrong, kind of settled back in. We have a good defensive shape with Fabinho in the middle. So with the center back pairing and Fabinho there, it's not too worried about it. But one of the main things that's kind of interesting is no Robertson, actually, and Milner's playing left back instead, which is kind of unfortunate because we do both of our left backs and right backs are such a big integral part of our offense.
That pass almost goes to the ref. Liverpool looking better these last couple minutes.
A new rule: if the ball hits the ref, there's a drop ball, and they like just give it back to you.
Oh, really?
Rather than like drop ball and you both kick it.
So there's the other new rule is apparently now you have 5 substitutions instead of 3.
Yes, because of like the fitness levels aren't as high, etc., and they want to decrease the injuries, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. I think that's okay.
More people
I also think it's kind of exciting, yeah, because you get to see more formations, you get to see more people to play. I actually don't really mind it.
This tackle here on Richarlison is going to bring out. Richarlison was the victim. Going to bring out the yellow card here. Let's see the replay. Fabinho. Who is the perpetrator?
Oh, no. It's Milner.
It is Milner, I think.
He got the ball, didn't he?
I thought it was Mane there for a second, but it is Milner who gets the yellow card. I don't know. That looked a little weak.
I can't really tell. I saw the replay. I couldn't really process what happened.
Exactly. I was like, I saw the replay and I still couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, so, I have no idea. It looked like he got his foot over the ball and got it out of his way, and then he ended up tripping over. I don't know. I have no idea. They would have to show that again. I can't make it.
Liverpool with about 60% of the possession here, and we've seen them being better in the last, I'd say, 5 minutes or so, looking for opportunities. They've gotten about 2 really nice shots on goal. This one goes back to Alexander-Arnold here, and he's going to get it up ahead. Oh, the feed inside the Taki. Offside.
And he's offside, unfortunately. He's offside on the first move, not Taki, but I think it was Firmino that was offside to begin with on that play. And we do, one thing to know, we do have VAR here. Um, so that is something to keep in
So
mind
that
when the
hasn't
goal
changed.
does score. That has not changed. We actually saw Man United get denied a penalty through VAR a few days ago, which was fantastic to see, which typically doesn't really happen. There, Matip is spread out on the wing, the ball back to the midfield to Osgood, and then to Nunes.
Everton looking for an opportunity, but it's just
And
going to
that is
kick.
definitely out of bounds.
Yeah, they're just going to kick it out of bounds.
And so did we.
No,
And back to
Liverpool
Milner.
still has it.
Back
Overhead
to
to
Mane.
Mane. Say their hair looks shorter than mine would.
Yeah, some players, some not.
Salah now coming, working his way. He's not actually going to play. Like, could you? Did they say he's just not starting, or he's just not?
Oh, he'll
Like,
play today.
oh, he
100%
will.
play
Okay,
today.
so he's just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
starting.
In my opinion, yeah. So this is the other thing, right? When you have the 5 subs,
Right.
as a coach, you're like, why am I going to put him in? And like, what's the point if I have 5 subs?
Good point, because
Right?
now
Like,
you can really
like, let me put Taki, let Taki run like 50 minutes, 60 minutes hard as heck, and then throw Salah on the wing for the last 40. It's not something I would really want to play against if I was an Everton defender.
Yeah,
like,
you give
Salah's
so much
coming
more
on fresh with 40 minutes left. Like, great.
So
Yeah,
much
exactly. And that also may be the idea with having Milner. I honestly didn't read about Robertson. I had no idea he wasn't starting, and that's my mistake. So I don't know if he's injured or not.
No, they said there were no injuries other than Shaqiri. That everyone was
Shaqiri.
healthy other than Shaqiri. Shaqiri
I
was
think
the only
Shaqiri is injured for his hair transplant.
one. What?
Yeah, he got a hair transplant. Like, there was a running joke that he was injured for the whole time, and like the joke was that he was just getting hair transplant.
Oh, and here's your water break.
Yeah, the 25 minute water break. Which is, again, listen, I'm not a fan of these things, but when you're asking players to play 10 games without anything, this is fine. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. We had this when we were playing in Brazil in the World Cup, and that's
right, because it was
that's
so
when people
hot.
were at 100% fitness, and it was all. But granted, when you're playing in like the jungle, it's kind of.
I'm curious if
right?
there. It looks like it's just like sometimes you take like electrolyte packs or you like eat a banana or something just to like prevent cramps, but my guess is there's probably something.
Oh, they take gels for that.
Yeah.
Like, you won't see them. You won't see it. They'll just like squirt it into their mouth and keep going. But this is what I'm talking about, right? So him and Pep have been able to see the whole game, understand what's going on, and then we can adjust to that, right? And then so it's completely different. It's like having 3 team talks. It'll be interesting to see what he has to say about it, like at the end of like the season. I'm sure someone will ask him about it. It's like, hey, what did you think on the comment, or like, what was your your idea on this, or something like that.
I'd be curious to see what adjustments get made, because now you're basically like you're playing like it's almost like American football where you can make adjustments quarter to quarter on how you want to attack. Yeah. So my guess is, I mean, the good coaches here are going to take the opportunity to change things up. Maybe not change a whole formation, but definitely they've been noticing things throughout the game. So, I mean, well within their right to make changes here. As we resume play here at the 24 minutes.
There was another thing they do during the water break. They disinfect
the ball.
The flagpoles and the touchline. So like they're disinfected. There's also a reason for it on top of not only like them needing rest. There's an actual like health reason why the NHS and the government imposed that rule. There's a reason for it.
The poles on the goal?
Yeah, like I saw videos and pictures of them like walking through the entire field during the break and disinfecting it.
Interesting.
Which I don't.
I thought this one was interesting from like some of the precautions they've had to put in place. They said that Liverpool have to change in a portable cabin in the car lot. And they're like, you can't actually go into the dressing room. Like Everton has its own dressing room, which they can use, but the away team actually has to change in a like portable van. And then they'd have to you have to cross the parking lot. Obviously, there's no cars or anything. So, and then like they had to actually enter the stadium from the parking lot or something to that effect, which is just bizarre. Same
Yeah, and
thing.
in this case, it's pretty funny because we could probably just walk to our locker room and back because they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty interesting for teams that are going to London or up in the north in Newcastle. And
It looks
you
like
got to do
the
what they got to do.
looks like the rain has perhaps subsided here. It's always a little hard to tell on the broadcast, but from this camera angle, at least on the field, it looks like the rain has stopped for the time being. Uh, it was coming down relatively hard earlier in the match, but here at the 26-minute mark, both teams 0-0. Liverpool looking pretty good with the majority of the possession here in the first half. Some good opportunities. Everton had a couple of ones early within the first 5 minutes, but really hasn't threatened on goal since then.
Yeah, we've been playing pretty well here. That's gonna go way
Then,
out.
wow, he sails that one into the empty crowd. Okay.
No idea where that was going.
That one looked like an angry bird going along with
Yeah,
the with the
exactly.
jersey that had about the trajectory of one of the red ones that you pull back and throw. So
So credit to those workers up there. I don't know if you just saw in the background. They just seem like they're the typical staff that work game days and they're just hanging out watching the game. Really nice play there, back heel, and it should also be a yellow card there with that aggressive challenge. I
no,
think
there's
he'll
no
probably
card
come
coming out.
back. Well, he'll let play go, and he may actually address that later on. But that was almost pretty ugly challenge there on Mane. Um,
Keep the advantage with Liverpool here on the outside. As Alexander Arnold, no, he just gives it back to Allison. A bit of a reset here, approaching the 30 minutes in the first half, still 0-0. Yeah, actually, I guess if you're working the game, you can actually watch the game.
yeah, because there's no fans to
Because
like take care of. Yeah.
exactly. Usually, all the security people are like have their backs to the pitch, right? They're watching the
Yeah.
stadium. They're like now they have front row seats.
Yeah, I'm sure there's less of them, but there's some definitely there. Like they're just kind of watching the
Henderson,
game there.
Henderson looking on the right wing. Arnold, Taki back to Arnold, and reset here in the
And
midfield.
then go back and recycle, switch the play to the other side, kind of shift the defense and continue probing.
Hey, there's
And
your
this
hair
is
transplant ad on the banner right there.
tough ball from Sadio here. Hopefully we can stop the break. Good positioning there by Matip to cut that out.
Back once again where we started with Henderson on the right wing. Looking for an opportunity with Taki, does get it, and it's a challenge by the Everton defender who picks it up and back to Liverpool.
And then Fabinho right there to the tackle and will retain possession. He is so good at that. It is unbelievable.
Ball
It's
just at the
literally
midfield
masterclass.
line. Coming
And you can
in.
kind of see here, Everton's just kind of settled into a full block. They literally
Oh,
have everybody behind the ball besides one player that's playing at the top, right between our center backs. So that gives you an idea of how much or how they're playing against us. Oh, wait.
it was out. It
Wait,
was
that
out
was a
against
handball?
Everton.
No, they're calling
Oh,
a
they're calling it
handball,
hit his
actually,
shoulder.
because it hit his shoulder, which is.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that is what the ref. I didn't.
Okay, so this is something to also describe. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but it works with the shirt. This, everything from my hand up to here is a handball. Next year, it's only here down is a handball.
Wait, what's the first one? The first one
Is
is
shoulder
yeah.
here to hand to the
Okay.
hand. The next year, it's like the bottom of the sleeve to the bottom of the hand.
Oh, so like the top, like
Yeah.
where your actual shoulder muscle is won't count.
Yes.
I see.
Precisely.
But like where your bicep is, like where it starts, then down there. Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened there. It actually hit the guy's like shoulder on his sleeve here.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I think now it's still technically called a handball. Their Matsup actually got up with a really good header.
It was.
Unfortunately, was not able to put that on target. Yeah, he was free. He
It,
should
it,
have done
it
better
was
with
this,
that.
this that was a good opportunity. Just didn't convert here, as the Everton keeper Pickford launches this one over the midfield line, and
Nice.
Liverpool recovers possession and right back on the attack here for the Reds. Jurgen looks like he wants to get out on the pitch.
I wonder who he's talking to.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nobody back there. He could be talking to himself.
I'm sure he does all the time. I would not be surprised. I have no idea what they just called there either. I don't know if it was a handball or on us or a foul or.
He's talking to the ref.
Also,
TV
funny
official.
thing, in England, the coaches don't have to wear masks. In
No.
Italy, the coaches wear masks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's
I don't
kind
know,
of
it's
hard
kinda
to
interesting.
yell through the mask.
You should see Antonio Conte and the crazy Italians do it. They definitely can do
They're
it.
definitely yelling through the masks.
Yeah.
Everton
It probably
here,
makes sense because they're spitting everywhere, so it's probably
set
better that.
play!
Ooh,
over the
nice.
top.
Allison was there.
Yeah, he was there. I don't think that was. It was on goal. Close. Oh, he was offside.
Oh, he's offside actually.
Yeah,
so
that would have
get
get farred out.
I would not have counted, thankfully.
Counted. It was a good attempt, though. Probably the
But
best.
that's also what we do a lot, and we get caught out sometimes. We play such a high line, and then if you actually time it right, you're most likely going to get free on the, and that's kind of what happens there. But there, we were grouping together, and we held the line, which is really nice.
Allison gets this one to Mane. Nice target there.
He's got to be a foul or something. Great work there by Taki. Good attacking by everybody, and of course, they're going to call the foul there.
Oh, thank you very much.
See,
we
like
got
his hair.
Yeah.
His
thank
hair
you for
literally
the sub
looks like
on
he just
YouTube.
cut it.
Lufev.
Oh, we got a sub.
Lufev all. Lufev all. There we go.
Thank you very much for the subscription.
Thank you very much for the subscription on the YouTube side. Welcoming in all the viewers across the world, whether you're in the UK, the US, or anywhere, actually. We're all watching from home.
Oh, possible messy ball there.
No, back on the Everton side. They almost really messed that one up.
Yeah, that would have been tough. And oh my God, they put such a soft call. Such a soft call, but sure.
Richarlison has been doing his fair bit of acting here. I think we're going to get the, is it this one? That is a soft call.
I guess he did. He did actually hit him.
That is a soft call.
Sure.
But yeah, that almost reminded me of the end of the Champions League there. You just, oh my goodness, Everton almost with a mental error that gave Liverpool an opportunity here.
Nice header away by Matip, down to Fabinho.
Liverpool
and
just
somehow that found Taki.
Still owning the possession, however. Nice by Taki. Out to Henderson.
Really nice.
Now we're in the clear. Mane. Here we go with
Bobby.
the shot.
Hit it, Bobby. Oh. He had one more and he could have passed to Keita.
Oh, it's Felipe.
He should have passed.
Oh, Felipe, what's up? He's watching. Felipe is watching. Down
right there. Oh. Oh, it's Felipe there. Ah. How are you doing?
What is up?
Welcome back.
We need to get you out on here on stream with us. I feel like you would. You have lots of opinions you can share with us.
Yeah, Firmino, interesting. Got his little mustache there, kind of going looking for the old Pablo Escobar look.
Oh, jeez.
How weird.
34 minutes in, still no score for either side.
So historically, also in the last two derbies, there's basically been like 90-minute winners in both of them, and they're historically been like 0-0 matches. So I'm not super surprised about this per se. And I'm also not even more surprised about it because it's the first like restart and everybody's kind of just trying to find their footing.
I saw that there was a stat that Everton hasn't won one since 2010.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Probably.
Probably. Oh boy.
It's nice because a draw doesn't really count them as winning, so you can just draw and be like, all right.
Right. The draw doesn't count, obviously. Yeah.
Nice burst of speed there by Naby, and then somehow not a foul on Sadio, unfortunately there.
Yeah, Everton here with the attack.
Fabinho
this is
gets
probably
mad.
their best opportunity. Richarlison!
Nice shot, nice block by Arnold there, and then Firmino's looking up, finds Mane. Possibly have a chance at the break here. Got to get the ball back into the midfield. Nice touch by Henderson.
Opportunity, Mane. No, he's just going to go for it.
Oh, he was
And
trying to pass it. He was trying to crossfield ball that to Arnold, and
mhm.
thankfully, I actually don't think that was going to get to him. That he hit it.
Arnold ends up grabbing it anyway, so and passes this one all the way back.
And then Van Dijk to recycle the ball. Actually, with the long ball here, looking
Ooh.
for Sadio, and Pickford's going to pick that one up. Overall, I kind of feel like our players are playing pretty well or are kind of on top
Yeah.
of it. I just think they're that like final product or the final understanding is not exactly there, but also have to give credit to Everton. I mean, they're playing good defense. Here, Pickford's going to send it long. Van Dijk has
With
it
the header.
clear to Fabinho. Oh, Taki.
Yes,
Yep,
this
one
is
more.
right here on the wing.
Nice.
Arnold. Liverpool once again setting up the offense. Possible opportunity. Henderson back to Arnold. Oh, just puts
Oh,
it over the
too much.
top.
Yep. Too much.
Oh, too much.
That's unfortunate there. Had a pretty good spot. Had a pretty good opening, actually.
Trying to see if I can actually hear what people are saying in this stadium.
I also don't understand why Everton keeps doing this.
Oh, this little
Like it's almost trapped them
soft
twice.
restart. Yeah, they
They're
don't.
like
They don't
just
like kick it
passing
away.
out of the back like this. All right, maybe it worked. It worked.
Oh, good defense.
Nice defense by Virgil.
Yep. This is going to result in a corner kick, however.
Oh, just throw in.
Oh
Thankfully.
no, just a throw in. Okay. Yeah, it did not go out the end line. It does kind of have the feel of like a scrimmage, right?
Yeah,
Without the fans.
It's yeah. But that's kind of the same for every sport that I've been watching.
Yeah.
That without fans, like it just seems kind of weird. I would say UFC is the only sport without fans. It's not that weird because you don't. They're just two people fighting in the cage.
Yeah, true.
But like other than that, like yeah, there's still crowd noise in a UFC fight. Taki in the middle here is able to retrieve the ball, get it back to Matip, and he's most likely going to spread it back out to Milner on the left.
Yeah, there was plenty of space there. Everton now closing that up, and Mane, he was grabbed.
Yeah, he's fouled there.
He was grabbed.
So the one problem with having Milner actually on the left is he's a right-footed player, so he actually always has to cut back in on the on his right foot there. So it's kind of odd when he plays left back.
We're going to get another set play here. Everton setting
He's
up
actually
the
going to go quickly with it, and Arnold's going to
is.
cross it in, and nobody was paying attention, including ourselves.
So too quick maybe for Liverpool, even as we approach the 39th minute.
But to be honest with you, if somebody was there, they were going to be by themselves.
Yeah.
So, and here it is again. They're going to just... This is weird.
I'm sort of shocked that... No, they're going to send this one
now
way
they
long.
send it long.
Yeah.
Van Dijk wins the header. Fabinho's able to put it back under control. Oh, really nice there from Fabinho and Taki. He's got to look left. Oh, I meant right. To Arnold there.
And Everton here on the counterattack.
Great defense there by Fabinho.
Yeah.
I mean, just
clean takeaway
yeah.
from Richarlison. Is that Liverpool
the understanding between him and Van Dijk is fantastic there because Van Dijk. What a nice roll there by Sadio.
Oh, down. Oh,
it's totally a foul. It's
totally
got to be a yellow card too. Yeah, exactly. Please. Hey, even the ref, Mike Dean. I've never seen this guy with a beard. Yeah.
What a turn!
He put it between his legs.
What a turn!
That was beautiful there. Yeah,
it's going to be a foul against Keane here. I mean,
yeah, Bucha, yeah.
Just putting people on a platter at the moment. That was ridiculous. One yellow card apiece for both teams. One for Henderson on the side of Liverpool, one for Keane.
Milner.
Oh, Milner. Sorry, you're right. And then one for Everton here as we get a free kick. And Arnold looking to set this one up.
Let's see if we do something productive with this one. The
No,
last few have not been very good.
Henderson might actually take this one. What's the play here, friend?
I think Arnold's going to hit it.
Okay.
He's going to go for a goal here.
Arnold's going to try to go from goal. Henderson, actually. No, Henderson fake. There's the goal from Arnold. Oh, the deflection.
Oh, gotcha. That was good. That was good defense. I mean, that was good goalkeeping by Pickford. He covered his lines. Unfortunately, what kind of has to happen here is he's got to get more whip on it. He just doesn't actually hit the ball well enough.
I think it was pretty close, though. I mean,
yeah, but it's got to go to the top corner. Like the goalkeeper.
Yeah. It needs some elevation, right? Is what you're saying.
He just needed that was a good attempt, though. I mean, shot on target. When you have free kicks like that, the only thing you can really ask for is like, hey, let's get a shot on target, and then maybe possibly we'll get a rebound.
Right.
And that was pretty close. And it seems as if Milner is done.
Yeah, I think he just. Oh, there was some tape there on the ankles that he's taken off.
I think he's done his hamstring.
Oh, you think this is an actual injury here?
Yeah.
Has he been? He was suffering from injury before, right? Who had the hamstring?
No, he honestly never gets injured, which is really surprising. He's like our Energizer bunny, like never stops running.
So an early substitution here.
Yeah, he went straight for his hamstring. Yep. That's pretty disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Hate to kind of see that. Granted, it's not one of our key players. It's also in this. I bet you that the coaches and everybody also did say, like, listen, if you feel anything, just get off the pitch.
Yeah, it could be precautionary.
I think it's more kind of like that. But Joe Gomez is going to step in, which actually makes us way more defensive. Typically, Joe Gomez actually will sit in and play center back with Van Dijk. So this gives us more attack in the air and also more defense. The one thing with it, him playing on the left wing, sometimes he has been caught falling asleep playing right back. Or left back, sorry.
So the first of Liverpool's substitutions is Gomez in for Henderson after a potential hamstring.
Milner.
What? That's what
Milner,
I meant.
not Henderson.
Milner. Gomez in for Milner. Henderson's still in. So I guess they're going to add the water break as part of stoppage time.
Why am I echoing?
Don't know. I think you're good on my side.
Oh, I'm hearing it through you. Yeah, like anytime they talk in the game, I'm hearing it through you.
Oh, I'll turn my sound down. There we go.
If you have speakers on, I guess.
Yeah. The game sound is actually coming through the speakers. Is Mane here up ahead?
And Keita able to push it through. Great touch there with Minamino. Now down to Sadio. What can he do with it here?
Oh, centered it nicely.
Taki. Oh, with the block. We still retain possession. Nice job there by Fabinho. Mane is able to go back. That was really good play right there. Good defense by Everton. Get a block on the shot, but really good ball movement throughout. Really good understanding between our players. Really got the ball to the other side, which is fantastic. Arnold again. Centered the ball back to Fabinho.
As you were mentioning earlier, maybe just the final 5% there of the possession. Not quite in sync yet for Liverpool as we approach halftime.
I'll go back to Alisson. Alisson's had a pretty tame day. I would say both goalkeepers.
Yeah,
I've had a pretty relaxing day.
They've had at least one that's been like deflection that's been a save on both sides. Alisson, the one over the top, and then off the free kick here, and that header misses.
Interesting ball there, but actually we're able to advance the ball there. So, oh yeah,
quad hamstring.
There's the hamstring.
Oh yeah, it's a big ice pack.
That definitely does not feel good.
Ooh,
Oh, he's gonna sit on it and put it in the compression sorts. Ugh.
that's
Oh
cold.
man,
That is
that's
cold.
awful.
2 minutes added to stoppage time here. So we will go. We will play till 47 in
It's
the
pretty
first half.
efficient, that water break, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, we really haven't had much stoppage in play either. So
It was just two quick cards. And I also think there is an aspect of the players get on with the game quicker without the fans.
I had a feeling you were going to say that because I was actually thinking the same thing. Like when there's a bunch of fans and like see people see a foul and everybody's like going crazy, right? You may like draw it out a little
Ooh!
bit.
Oy. That was really dangerous
That was
by
really
the Everton
dangerous.
player who headed that, by the way.
Headed
That
it
was,
basically into his own
yeah,
goalie.
I was kind of, ooh, nice turn there by Keita.
Indeed,
Leading
and
more,
he's got it on the attack opportunity here. Henderson is in the middle. Yes. Over to the other side.
back to the middle. Yep, good. And then we got around 30 seconds. I don't know if they know how much time they actually have, but
The ref will probably let this one play out here.
typically they'll just,
I guess
I don't know, we'll
Klopp
see.
could yell it at this point.
Yeah. There's also a very odd tendency where it's like, yeah, we'll just play it out and go to the next half.
It looks like that's exactly what they're going to
And that's
do. Not
exactly what they're
sure if
going
they're
to,
going to get an opportunity here. That's ball back to Everton. That is your 47, and this should
and
blow the
that'll
whistle.
probably do it.
Or not. Usually, if they're not really, looks like they're in the middle of a play, ref will blow it
Now,
dead.
no.
No? Okay.
Okay. There it is. Okay.
And that is
He
going to
was
do
waiting
it.
for us.
There
He
you
was
go.
waiting for the first stoppage there. And we are headed to the parking lot in our little trailer for
Yes.
our halftime team talk. As you can see, Jurgen Klopp is actually walking out of the stadium, not into the tunnel, which is quite hilarious, to be honest with you.
Because the trailer is outside the stadium and you can't
Yeah.
use the visitors' locker room.
Just
So
kind of hilarious. And wow, I did not notice the points gap between both of these teams.
they're palindromes, 38 and 83.
That is quite fantastic. So, kind of just a quick recap on our side of the first half. Kind of something I would expect coming back after the kind of the first game back from such a long break. And I'm once again getting sound from somewhere where I don't know where it's coming from. Sorry.
I think the ads are like way louder than they should be. How's that better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There you go.
Overall, it was a pretty good half. We're controlling the ball. We're kind of controlling the ball and moving it up the pitch as necessary and as needed. Kind of just interesting here. The only kind of highlight, or not highlight, but thing to note is that Milner actually came off injured with a tweaked hamstring there, kind of at the 40-minute mark. So Gomez is going to be replacing him in the lineup. Unfortunately, it's not changing on the team sheet. I think it should eventually.
Will they act? So on my side, they're static images, but so I don't think it's going to change. But it might
Really, like
update.
shows the actual switch thing.
Yeah. If it does, I will update it.
There it is. It did. It worked.
Okay.
It worked on my side. So yeah, there Milner is actually switched in for Gomez, and then we're going to continue playing on with the 4-3-3. I didn't really see that much on the Everton side to make me worry. There was a few kind of times where they broke down, our defense got a little close. I think it's still, we have to just be wary of set pieces and giving away fouls. Overall, they're kind of playing defensive with their 4-4-2, sitting back the majority of the time. But I think we're playing all right. At the end of the day, I wouldn't be too upset if we just draw this and move on. We just don't really want to lose. And also just understanding the time period that we're in, can't kind of demand the quality that we were used to for kind of 2 years or a year, where we just never would lose and we would just score and destroy teams. It's kind of hard when you take a break.
And I have updated my sheet as well. So there you go. Live updates. Although it doesn't tell me who replaced him, it just tells me that they took him
It
out.
just says it's switched, and then
It just
it's
says
at the
it's
bottom,
switched.
unfortunately.
But it is Gomez. It is Milner out, Gomez in. So formation staying the same. I guess the half times are not going to like the length of the halftime isn't going to change. I wouldn't expect it to.
Yeah, I think so too as well. Sorry. I was just looking at something over. Got it. So I think one thing today is somewhat of a
Oh
special
yeah.
day for all of us. Me, thankfully, not yet. Thank God I'm not a father. Um,
I'm glad you
but
remembered this, by the way, because I have totally
today
forgotten.
is Father's Day. So to all the fathers out there watching, I think my father or our father is
Yeah.
watching. So happy Father's Day to you. I know Felipe is watching. Happy Father's Day to you as well, Felipe, and to your family. I hope they're doing well, and hope the dog is not driving you crazy today, as it always wants to play and have the ball. Another thing to everybody else, just happy Father's Day in general. If you're a son out there, do something nice for your dad. Do something more than what me and my brother do, which is we're just doing a Twitch stream and saying Happy Father's Day. So give them a call and you know do something nice. I don't know,
Called
get them something.
out. Well, we
Yeah,
called them out on YouTube and Twitch. There we go.
yeah. Technically, we gave a bigger audience than
Yeah,
he's ever
good
gotten.
shout
So
out there.
that's right. That's fine. But do something nice for your family. Spend some time with them today. Spend some time with your father too. If you're not around them, give them a phone call and always tell them you love them.
The first half highlights here, as we are gonna see a couple of the plays, as you were saying, a few notable attempts on goal, but nothing really materializing for either side.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I just think it's similar. It's very similar. I kind of expected this, but also it's a derby. Both of these teams don't want to lose against each other. They absolutely hate each other as well. So I mean, this is something that they're typically 0-0 games. I think the last one that we won was when Pickford dropped the ball and then we literally just tapped it in the 95th minute and then the rebound off the goalpost. So I mean, these are really contested games and they are typically very hard fought as well.
Yeah, basically the entirety of the highlights was all of two plays. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's it. NBC gave us two plays of highlights. The first one from Richarlison at the 3-minute mark on his cross that just went slightly wide, and then the free kick there by Liverpool, which Pickford ends up blocking possession well in the favor of the Reds, 66% to 34, which we saw basically after the first 5 or 8 minutes or so. Liverpool really started to assert itself and just take full control of the game. They were basically playing in Everton's half the rest of the half. Um, so that's a positive takeaway there.
So, fun fact, the person that's talking right now, if you're watching this on NBC Sports, is a Staples High School alumni, which is where both me and my brother actually went to high school.
Wait,
Kyle
really?
Martino. Yep, he is. He's a Staples High School alum.
From when?
He's probably 5 or 6 years older than you. He was actually no, he was a really good football player. And then I actually think he may have gone to play in the MLS, but he had a really bad knee injury that obviously completely stopped that. So and here, kind of coming up with the schedule. So if we do actually win this game and we somehow convince Burnley to try really, really hard and beat Man City tomorrow, we will win the title.
So you can
Granted,
win
if we
even
win this
without
one.
getting the second one, the second
Yes,
win.
precisely. And then we also will be playing Crystal Palace. It said there at 2:45 Eastern time against Crystal Palace. And I'll just have to check my real job schedule and see if I can actually even do that game, which we'll hopefully be able to bring to you all. Um, but unfortunately, these games do not happen at times that are very easy for East Coasters or Americans to kind of follow along.
Yeah, that
And
one
I
at
think
3:15 on Wednesday.
and I'm going to take a quick sip of coffee and a quick bathroom break before we join in.
Coffee, buddy. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I woke up 2 hours ago.
Oh, are you using your special like press
Yeah,
coffee thing?
yeah, my
Yeah.
cold
Okay,
brew
we'll show it
coffee.
off
Things,
then.
yeah. Oh no, I took it out.
Oh, okay. Fran got this really nice like cold brew thing that he tried to claim on stream was an original idea of his, when in reality it was recommended by a mutual friend, and so he tried to pass it off as his original idea. Don't believe him for a second because it isn't. The Aston Villa Chelsea match here from earlier, and at that one actually producing a few more highlights than this one so far, as we are here at the halftime break. Plenty of goals scored in that match. You getting phone calls off stream here?
No, that was our father thanking us for a very nice Happy
Oh,
Father's Day.
there. Excellent, excellent. So we killed two birds with one stone. Do I actually have to call him later?
I don't know. We'll see. And Felipe, he told me to say Rayovac is la pila.
Oh my
What
god.
he wanted to say. I don't know exactly what it was referring to. I think it's actually the the news channel that streams every single.
No, it's a damn battery. Look. Here it is. Rayovac.
Oh, you actually have one.
I have one. I don't know why I have one, but I do.
Why do you have one?
I don't know. It's just in my Amazon Fire TV remote. See how funny that is? I can't answer the phone right now, and I know you're watching live, so I'm going to decline that call. But there it is. There is your Rayovac, La Pila Rayovac.
I hate my hair.
Okay.
My hair's too long to wear with headphones. I really need a haircut. It's like really bad.
For all the folks watching down in Peru, there's your Rayovac. Es La Pila.
Yeah, Rayovac es la pila. So we should be returning to action here very, very soon.
I think so.
Rayovac es la pila chocherita.
Oh, eight fouls for Everton, 7 for Liverpool, 1 yellow card apiece, 1 offsides, and 1 save is the official recording, official stats for the teams, as Liverpool, again, has accumulated a 66% possession advantage over Everton. Again, Joe Gomez in, James Milner out after a potential hamstring, which hopefully we doesn't get any worse. But the 4 substitutes are available for Liverpool. Remember, both teams get the opportunity to have 5 total substitutes instead of the regular 3. Salah did not start the game. We will see if he manages to get some playtime here in the second, as it looks like Everton has returned to the pitch, and Liverpool probably making its way across the parking lot back onto the pitch there.
And there we are. There's LFC Boston out there. I love to see it. I wish they would just put our stream up.
Yeah, right? That would be kind of interesting.
Free advertisement. I think they can do that. And it looks like here, sorry, my aesthetic is not there. It looks like Ox is getting a conversation here, and it looks like he's probably going to be coming on. I would definitely assume he's going to be coming on for either Mina Minu or he's actually coming on for Keita. So we'll see what that kind of happens here with that. And it should be starting here soon. We still have 4 subs to be able to go through. Everton still has their 5 substitutes. And as my lovely father did remind me on the phone, this is a very dangerous game, and we look flat, is what he told me.
That is Sophie Sona. Hello. Welcome into the chat here on the YouTube side. Great to have everybody here. And apparently,
hey, Sophie Sona.
Apparently he left me a voicemail, so there you go.
Yeah, I got.
Uh,
See,
yeah.
I think we solved it for everybody. This way, if you stream and say Happy Father's Day, you never have to call your father. They call you.
They they call you. Oh
I think we
boy.
solved it. We solved the problem for
So
every single child out
we're also
there.
gonna do that
Just
for
stream.
birthdays. We will just do that for birthdays.
Speaking of what,
Oh, wait a sec. There's like one. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? What's the
it's
20?
in 3 days.
So Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Well, so you might as well just do the birthday stream on Wednesday with the game.
Oh, you're right. I should just do a birthday stream.
There you go.
It's actually a really good
Problems.
idea.
We are in
Right,
problem
he's calling
solving
me
mode.
again. I can't talk on the phone. I'm streaming.
He's calling me again. I, oh man.
But yeah, I actually could do that on my birthday stream. That's a really good one.
There you go.
What should be good? Hopefully, we should be coming back. It's 3:02, and there's only been 2 minutes of time
I know, right?
to come back. Just one kind of quick note. I don't know if this is an accurate statement. No, it's definitely not. But it's just my general opinion. I have to say the European countries have done a fantastic job at restarting their sports compared to the United States.
Well,
In my opinion.
we're gonna get NBA here in towards the end of July, so we got about a month to go. But it is an interesting model, right? If the model works, you could replicate it across
It's
the other.
yeah, it's more of a props to the EU less than like the United States hasn't done a good job. It's like it's pretty impressive that the Bundesliga started like 3 weeks ago, which is nuts. Italy started 2 weeks ago too, and they were one of the hardest hit countries. You have to give them props to it. And I also think I think in these countries, in these European countries as well, they have a different perspective on football. Here in the United States, like in the media and stuff, people will criticize, oh, you just call it sports and entertainment. Why don't we do this? But like in these countries, this is their life. This is their livelihood. This is like what actually gets people up in the morning and drives them. And being able to understanding that and wanting to get it back as fast as possible for them in a safe manner, I think does it like increase the morale and just nations in general. I think Italy, England, I mean, you can just see it on Twitter. People in England are like, even they can't go to the game, they're just pumped. Like, yeah, Premier League's back. We have something, right? And hello, Shookum Trooper, Everton fan from Vancouver, Canada. As you can probably tell, I'm a Liverpool fan, but all are welcome. As slightly biased commentary to Liverpool, but all are welcome here. And glad you're able to hang out with us and enjoy this too. And you can, if you do win, we've also gotten trash talked a lot on the stream, so knock yourself out. But here we go with the restart. Calvert-Lewin here with the ball. He's going to lose it, and Cates is going to pick up the pieces here back to Gomez, and I'm assuming it's going to, wow, okay. He just passed it to Arnold completely on the other side. I thought he was going to go straight to Becker. I'm at a long ball here looking for the Ox, who did replace, hold on. The Ox, I was right. Okay, so Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain is replacing Taki. So Taki got a full 45 minutes run in. I actually generally thought he played pretty well throughout that. Had a really good link-up play and actually was on top of the ball and ready to rumble. So that's good to see. And then I'm happy as heck to see Ox out there. I mean, a lot of Liverpool fans know the story with him, know his knee injury. Really beautiful turn there by Mane to shake off two people. And then you can see there at Ox, I think he got tripped up. No? Yeah, he's pissed. He didn't get the call. And he's just going to walk off the field. And also, another very funny thing for the Ox. Everybody was making fun of him about his haircut, and he did it himself.
He did it himself?
Yeah, it was very funny. And then Bobby here with the ball, up into the middle of the pitch to go to Van Dijk, kind of spread the game out. And yeah, if you do want crowds noise, I guess you can go to the NBC app, and it's fake. It's kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
So we've talked about adding. Oh, they're saying match without crowd noise. We might just throw some in on the next stream or something.
Yeah, we talked about handball
it.
there. Nice ball. Ooh, possibly nothing there. To Arnold. The ball is going to go back to Matip. Matip is battling with Lewin. Calvert-Lewin does really well there, juggling the ball in his head. But unfortunately, we are trying to play football, and we're not at a circus. So that doesn't work out. There's the backup goalkeeper for Everton. I'm not sure why the camera is focused on him. I'm not listening to the...
Ooh, this is a nice pass up ahead. And that is going to turn into the first corner kick of the day, actually.
Yeah, there's Gomez getting on his horse, running down the wing there. With those long legs, his big frame, he was able to get down the pitch quickly like that, which is fantastic, especially when we're trying to get the ball there. And then Arnold will go for the corner kick.
Yeah, the first kind of set piece here, first corner. We have had a couple free kicks from several meters behind the box, or from the box, but no corners from either side.
Just a single hand there from Pickford. Ball is going to be cleared out by Lucas Digne, which is very funny because he has a tattoo on his chest that says "You'll never walk alone," but he plays for Everton.
That is that's unfortunate.
He says it's completely not related. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I make your own opinion. I have no idea.
Chat, you decide.
Yeah. Their Ox, unfortunately, too heavy of a touch with his knee there. He's going to run out of play and he's going to go back for Pickford with the goal kick. And we'll see here if they actually end up doing their little playing out of the back.
Oh, where they've basically been doing this like little slow play where they have two of their defenders in the box, and yeah, why not just press it? Like put the people up. Oh, and that's exactly what Mane's doing. Actually, put pressure on it, and this one does a stoppage in play. I have no idea.
Yeah, press go live on yours. I'm slightly ahead of you.
You are. I am actually on go live, and it's about as live as it can get.
Oh, like you can't press it and go forward?
Yeah, I can't press it anymore.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah, somehow you got ahead of me. Because I was ahead of you.
Yeah, because mine was... Oh, that's cool. My blue in Thailand. Thank you, Dad. Love you. Miss you. That was nice. They did put it on the screen over there. I lied. And nice turn there again by Mane. Mane, I gotta say, out of all our players, Mane looks the most ready. Like, the most on it right now.
Which is why we put him in the thumbnail.
Yep, exactly.
Completely planned it.
But he's had some really good turns. He's opened up really well. He hasn't really had that much like a shot or a whiff of goal, but he's been playing well and getting us into good spots here. Matip's going to actually venture forward into the land of the unknown for him. He's out on the right wing.
He's kind of alone too. They're finding close.
That was a nice play. Kind of unorthodox chest pass there, but kind of neat.
I'm just gonna refresh on my side. I think you've got me by several seconds now, so we'll make sure that this thing.
Just an unfortunate there. He just didn't catch the ball fully correctly there, Keita. But really nice movement. Great link-up play with Firmino. As you can see, a lot of players, Minamino's had really good link-up with Firmino. Keita's has good link-up with Firmino. Everybody has great link-up with Firmino. The guy is just a class act, fantastic player. And here we're pressing. So I think there's been an adjustment because I think we're pressing this a little different than we did at the beginning.
That's what I just asked about. If they're going to slow play this thing out of the goal.
So that time we completely cut them off from passing the ball to one half of the pitch. So we just made the pitch. We just cut the pitch off in half.
Yeah, it forced a turnover.
One half. So interesting there. Very clear adjustment that was made for when that does happen. And that ball is going to find Mane back to Keita, and we can kind of move forward here on the offense. And Gomez is really far up here. He's going to drag the ball. He's got a chance here for a cross if he wants it.
Hey, trying to find Oxen. Is that Oxen's there?
Gomez again. I got to say, it's quite awkward seeing Gomez on the wing. He's just like a 6'3", 6'4".
Oh, it's a little behind the
foul. Yeah,
back
100%.
pass.
No? Huh?
Nope. Coleman got it clean there. Mane goes down and ball going to Everton by the looks of this.
Interesting.
Yep, and here comes the press again. Oh! Yeah, if it's forcing Pickford into some bizarre sort of kicks that
Also,
wind up.
completely irrelevant, but something that did pop up on my phone. Dak Prescott just signed a $32 million deal with the Cowboys.
Oh, well, there you go. We have at least one viewer who loves the Cowboys.
Yeah.
That probably makes him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
I think so. And
Oh,
then
boy.
right back to Coleman. And then he's going to gloriously take 10 steps forward. And then the ref will tell him to walk back.
Caught. Busted.
And then he takes the steps again to go forward. It's just absurd.
You really got to lean into the throw. It's
Ooh,
like,
nice ball there. And then Sadio seems to be away here. He's got Ox in the middle.
He's going to take it himself.
Coleman, and then it's going to unfortunately go for a goal kick.
Oh, that good opportunity to go hit some play. I think Liverpool just playing on slightly different gear than Everton at the moment. They seem slightly more alert here. Good energy coming out here of the second half. I guess the portable car trailer talk went well.
Also, kind of neat. I think I could be wrong there, but if you saw in the backdrop of Everton, they have all these different flags.
Yeah,
and I think that may be all the flags of the players, like
one
on
per
their
player.
team, of like all of them. So like it's all of their players, countries represented there in the fans section.
I wonder if that's always there and they just like take it when there's fans. Oh, okay.
Oh, but you should put him through. Gomez to Mane, cut off once again, and then we'll get the throw in here. So the pressure is definitely ramping up.
It is.
And we are slightly pinning them back more than we have before.
Gomez here going to take the throw in. Keita.
Nice ball to find Henderson. Mm-hmm. Great turn.
Trying to center
once
it.
again. Oh, he just lost it there. It's our ball, no?
I don't know. Is this going to be? They're going to call it a goal.
Negative.
Not a corner. Klopp getting his own water break there.
I'm confused. Is it cold there? It's like the summer.
It's summer. As we get the image of Salah there, it doesn't look like he's actually warming up.
It's 62 degrees. It looks like he's wearing a winter coat. Oh, and we lost. Oh, Jesus. Van Dijk lost the ball there completely. And they're just sending Ox to run down the wing here. Really nice ball to kind of, granted it doesn't find Ox, but it kind of moves us up the pitch.
Yeah, I was surprised that actually stayed in bounds. It was Everton had no choice but to deflect that out, and Liverpool is going to get a nice throw in here. I feel like that's just a Klopp look.
Oh, great look in. Nobody there, just over Mane's head, unfortunately. That was a really nice throw in kind of play right there. That was beautiful. We actually are the first club to have ever hired a throw-in coach.
I'm telling you, the technique on this, it's not easy.
No, it's not. Well,
it's really
you put one hand and you technically throw it with one. I don't know.
I feel like it would be easier to like chuck it this way than try to do this thing with it.
Yeah, I mean, we hired a coach for it, obviously. And it seems to be, I mean, every single parts of those games of the game is important. And there we're going to have Gylfi Sigurdsson's going to seeming to get ready for Everton to come onto the pitch.
Another throw in here by Liverpool.
And we're going to get a corner out of this.
Yes, they are. So another set piece coming up. This is the second one here in the second half after 0 set pieces in the first for both teams. Liverpool absolutely dominating the possession. This second half being played pretty much exclusively in Everton's half of the field. As Liverpool setting it up here in the 57th minute. Score still 0-0. Let's see if Liverpool can manage to change that here. And we are underway on this one. Not quite. Here comes the kick.
Ooh.
Far post. Header.
possible.
Pickford is there.
So that's 2 crosses, or that's 2 set pieces. I think there was something in the first half where Matip actually had a free header as well and didn't really do much with it. And that's kind of the same similar situation there with Van Dijk.
Yeah, they just
Really
didn't get
risky
enough.
passing here by Everton.
Well, once again, Liverpool with the pressure, basically playing up in the box the entire time, which is exactly the adjustment that we wanted to see if Everton was going to slow play this thing out of the backfield. So.
And then they've actually managed to break the press here. A long ball in. Allison's going to be able to calmly collect and throw it to Keita to restart the play.
Yeah, it looked like basically just a pass to the goalie there. Gomez playing way back. He's got to.
Yeah, just because almost as a natural center back, he has the natural tendency to sit back there. And then with this, they're actually able to push Fabinho further up the field and have more in the midfield. Here we have some off numbers, and I think Arnold got fouled. Yeah, he did, but they played the advantage there, and they're going to keep the ball. Van Dijk begging for the ball back in the middle, going to go back to Allison, and then Van Dijk will finally get his wish.
Yeah, total reset here on the play. Now going to try the right side, now going to try the left side as Gomez brings this one up. Back into the middle.
Interesting ball in, teasing ball, but hey, we'll get a corner out of it.
And that will be the 3rd corner here for Liverpool.
And here, Gylfi Sigurdsson is going to be the first substitution for Everton, and it's going to replace, I think, Osgood is 42. Who's 42?
42 is Gordon.
Or Gordon, okay.
So Everton using the first of 5. Liverpool has used 2. One to get Gomez in for Milner, and the other to get Ox in. I can't remember who. Oh, for Minamino. That's right.
And here's Sigurdsson's going to come into the game, the $50 million man, and the better's up. Almost got there, actually.
Almost
and
did.
I think we'll have the ball run out of play, and Kate's going to get it back in here, and we're going to recycle it.
And as we approach the 60-minute mark here, 30 minutes of football left. Just because there are no fans doesn't mean that the other rules change. It could still end in a tie.
After this is actually a very
90.
nice ball here for Richarlison. Both of them are going to get back on their horse here, and he actually skied the heck out of that one.
Yeah, maybe just rush the final shot there. The touch didn't quite look like he had the ball under control, but definitely threatening.
That's a pretty good job to get back by both of them. I actually don't know what else he could have done with it. I almost feel like most of his angles were cut off by the time Matip got there.
A good recovery by the Liverpool defense.
Oh, maybe there's an opportunity here.
Oh, he kicks it way too back, but here's
he did, and it's going to be a foul too. To be honest with you, I don't know about this. I gotta see the replay. It looks like
it's a yellow. Not only a foul, it's a yellow.
Yeah, I want to see the replay on it before I say anything.
It looked like Mane was detached from the ball before he went down here.
Yeah, it did.
Wait a second. So Mane sees him. Oh, this is...
Yeah, all right, so he goes to ground very easily, but he totally keeps his back foot there to drag it, but the contact's made.
Oh, this is...
You can't
I don't know, Franny. Yeah, I don't know. That is... He does get the ball.
He's also going full speed. I don't know.
Wow.
But then again, he does make contact with Mane.
Yeah, he does make some slight contact, but he gets the ball.
I don't care. Get the foul.
Freddie, you'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
The Liverpool supporters will take it. Now you're gonna. This is the best opportunity that we've had all day. Not even what, 5 yards, maybe 8 yards outside the box here.
Oh, I hit the top. Hit the wall. The wall did its job there. Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
possible,
It did hit.
possibly close there.
Hit Gomez in the head. Which I gotta say, a ball coming at that speed, hitting you in
Yeah,
the head,
it's terrible. I've
it
gotten
feels
hit in the
terrible.
thigh. I've gotten hit in the thigh with it on a cold day, and it's just, I mean, it's really painful.
Corner
Another
kick here
corner
for
here.
Liverpool.
Ox is going to try to get that back out. And I think we should be able to maintain possession here. Cycle it back through Fabinho to Gomez, and it's going to go down to Cates on the left.
Yeah, Liverpool slightly increasing its possession now to 68%. I mean, that is kind of the story of the game.
Mane here on the left wing, able to get across back into the box. And they're going to call a foul there on Ox.
Oh, coming in from behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joking around with him. That it was soft, I'm assuming. And here we're going to have another player come in, another substitution. I think it's going to be Gini Wijnaldum, which typically has a very short haircut, but clearly not, and has some fuzz on his face too, which is great. And then Salah looks like he's sitting over there chomping at the bit, ready to get in.
I don't know. It seems like he's having a pretty chill session right now.
Yeah, he also seems quite relaxed.
Yeah, he's like just kind of hanging out. He's like, oh, maybe another 10 or 20 minutes.
Someone got hit in the face. Okay, seems to be okay. No replay there, unfortunately, but I think he took a arm to the face. And also, Divock Origi is going to be coming back into the game. Big div.
So we have two substitutions here for Liverpool that we're going to make simultaneously, actually.
So Naby's going to take a seat here. Gini's going to come in, which is a good switch. Naby's played well. And then Origi is going to take a seat, and Firmino is going to take a rest. He's played well today. Very good link-up play. He's put in his effort. Kind of see that towards the end, he wasn't sprinting fully to all his challenges like he normally does. Clearly, I think these are all necessarily precautionary and understanding that the team is not at full fitness currently. I think the ball's going to spread out to the left here. Oh, could have been a nice ball down to Ox.
I was trying to see
so
if they
we have
updated the
one substitution left. So I think it may be safe to assume it's Salah, depending on how the game goes. But
well, I guess it depends if you want to try to win this thing, or are you okay with just taking the tie and packing it up?
I think we're 100% still want to win this.
So that might change the thinking there.
Now they're there, and this kind of does give us a different target up there with Origi. It's kind of a bigger target to aim at. He's able to hold the ball off, and then we can run off of it. Gini with his first touches here.
Here on the left side.
And Gini, I think, is in his contract year. This may be his last season, but I think he did sign an extension. I could be wrong, or both sides want to sign the extension. I hope he does. I really like him. I hope he stays. Would actually not want him to leave at all.
Throw in for Liverpool. And taking their sweet time with it, actually.
Back to Van Dijk to recycle the ball down to the left wing on Henderson. It's going to pass it back out to Joe Gomez. Ball to Origi. Origi is going to go back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Origi.
The pace of the game slowed down here a little bit with the substitutions from both teams having been made.
Yeah, I think they're all trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I sort of agree. Hard as you were
up to the
saying,
top right. Nice. Ball should have come a little quicker there.
Oh, because you saw he had the run in there, and that's just going to land at the foot of Everton. Because there's no crowd, right? There's like you was just saying, there's no momentum, so it's sort of difficult
Yeah.
to like the flow of the game is doesn't really exist. It's yeah, it
And
is
here's a water
bizarre.
break.
Yes, here is your
Here's another
67th minute.
67-minute water break here. I guess it's within a certain time they'll take a break, which means I'm gonna go pee again. You gotta drink.
I thought it was 25 minutes. It was halfway through the half, so in any case, quick update on the stats. Liverpool now upping its percentage of possession from about 2/3 up slightly, so now they're at 69%. As we were saying, basically the entire half being played in the Liverpool side. Richarlison actually did have a good opportunity on a counter, but that has been really the only threat in this second half. And he had an opportunity about the 3-minute mark. So Richarlison getting him his shots, but uh, that's about it on the Everton side. A couple
I'd
corner
say
kicks from Liverpool. What was that?
I have to say it was more like our father called me during the time I was supposed to go to the restroom, but I couldn't go to the restroom.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, I was dying over here. Like finally, but here we have the end of the water break.
You're having your own water break there. So am I.
Yeah. Might as well feel
21,
part of the
21
stadium.
minutes to go here before we hit the 90. I think actually the water break's probably well timed as you've had the substitutions. We've kind of said
Yeah.
like the team's not really sure like what they're doing, where they're going right now. So an opportunity for Klopp just to settle things down, talk to his team. I wouldn't say normally if we were doing basketball or football, I'd say drop a play, but I don't think that's actually.
Really nice ball spread out wide here. It's going to put the defense under pressure. We're going to be able to get the ball moved up.
They are. That one gets skied into the stands. Any nerves at this point?
That's the problem. I don't really know because there's no fans. I think it's just a really odd. I don't know. There's an odd feeling because I don't feel like we have a need. Like the players, the fans, when they're not there, there's no like need to win it. I don't know. It seems kind of odd. But I
Yeah,
also don't mind if it ends the way it does in terms of just how the season plays out. I don't. This isn't the end of the world
I
if
mean
we
you're
lose.
basically 23 points clear at the top right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically needs two
Yeah.
wins to
Matip's hurt.
clinch. Ooh, that didn't look good. So this is gonna have to be your. If he is actually hurt, that'll have to be the fifth substitution here. We saw Milner have to go out earlier with what looked like a hamstring, and now this one, Matip. I don't know. He kind of looked like he went down on his own.
Let's see what happens here. Not exactly what's going on. Seems like their feet got tangled, and it looks like his toes to the front of his foot are in pain. Maybe he got stepped on.
Oh, yeah, could be. Haven't gotten a replay at all yet, so.
Oh,
Fix the shoe! Oh, it looks like he's going to lace it back up. Got him.
seems all right. He's all
Yeah,
right.
he seems fine. So, okay, no substitution here. They're just going to
And
pick
that
back.
means we should see Salah.
He has moved from his spot.
Oh, nope, never mind. He's done.
Oh, he is done. So you're just going to play with 10 at the moment?
Or wait, now he's back onto the field. I'm not. Oh, because technically it was an injury, so he had to go off the field. So I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, you have to do the thing where you come out and come
Yeah.
back in. That doesn't take a sub, does it?
No, no, no. It's like if you receive treatment, you just have to go off the field,
Yeah,
which I think
it's
is
kind of
something
like
that happened.
the in American football, you got to take a play off. Careful here. Allison sends this one.
And now the change is going to be made. Yep, Lovren is going to come in.
Okay. All right. So we will not see Salah today. This is the fifth and final substitution for Liverpool. It's going to be Lovren for Matip. So Salah gets the rest.
Yeah, I guess all is complete rest. Really nice there by Ox. See if we can get the ball down to the left wing. It's going to be behind Gomez.
I guess I'll have to ask him during the post
Nice
game if
ball in. Ooh.
yeah, just lands softly at the feet here of Pickford. And a shot on target though. I was gonna say they'll probably have to ask since this was like an unplanned substitution, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I don't
Yeah.
think they meant this to happen. Wow, Lovren just got first play of the
Woo!
game, just gets
Leveled.
thrown to the ground.
Welcome back to the Premier League.
You're right. I think we're just going to kind of continue probing. To be honest with you, I don't think Everton's had possession of the ball for longer than a few minutes in this entire second half. I don't
No, I
feel
mean
like they've had the ball at all.
that's what we were reviewing when you snuck out there for a second. Basically, Liverpool's possession has gone up in the second half, actually. So if you thought you could get better than 66%, well, now you're doing it. Aside from the one counter attack, that's basically been it.
Yeah, 100%. And we're waiting on corners. We've had 4 corners. They've had 0.
Nothing, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just a pick and probe approach as we're going right now. Mane is able to just keep control of the ball. And Dyke was asking for it.
Down at the bottom to Gomez, yes. Nope,
Back up
back out.
to the top, maybe.
I mean, Liverpool definitely showing itself as the dominant side from a possession standpoint, but as you were saying, that last 5% seems to be missing. Could be as you've taken enough of a break. Not surprising.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going. It feels odd, right? This is
It
like the
does.
last 15 minutes of a match. It feels weird. It has a very odd feeling to it. I don't know how to describe this, obviously, because this is the first time it's ever happened. Diva kind of probing there. He's actually going to be able to win the ball. Gets it back to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum finds Henderson. Henderson's going to try to spread the play back up to the top right. Back to Henderson from Arnold. Then to Origi. And then Arnold is going to, kick it back out to the right wing. Been a little sloppy here, I would say.
Yeah, a little back and forth bodies on the floor.
Now
Liverpool
Genie in the
retains
middle.
possession.
Mike Dean gets out of the way.
Whoop!
Gomez.
Opportunity, maybe. Too far? No, Gomez does recover. Yeah, the pass in there just gets deflected back outside by Everton.
Nice pass there. Fortunately, Arnold wasn't able to get a touch there. It was a little heavy. And then here, Everton Calvert-Lewin's going to be on the left wing, one-on-one against Lovren. See what they can do here with their possession.
Finally, Everton actually getting the ball on the Liverpool side of the pitch.
Yeah, right? I feel like they've been completely just sitting on one side of it the whole time.
Oh, and they're back on their side. So,
and they kick it right back.
Yes, and this is going right back to Pickford, and Pickford is going to launch it down and probably going to end up in the feet at Liverpool, and it does. Everton really not being able to do much with its short
Henderson
possession.
Just kind of punted it away there. Henderson's able to. I think he's offside.
Yes. 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 Yes, he is offside.
He is
The go-
fully
the
offside.
the shot on goal there a little
He
gratuitous,
is
but
very much offside.
although the offside player wasn't even in the play.
Oh, come on, Joe. There's a great ping of a ball there from Arnold. Joe couldn't really keep it together.
You know, we were saying before how as it got later and later into the match, you were saying the matches either open up or they get like really messy. And
And we're getting really messy.
it's just well, either that or people are just like playing tight at this point and you don't really want to make a mistake. Because Everton hasn't used
It's only
its
used one.
substitutions. It's only used one. So I mean, there's only 12 minutes left at this point. You'd figure may as well use the subs. They would be slightly fresher than the Liverpool ones, who came in at around the 60, 65 something minutes.
Oh, that was good defense there by Everton. Not let that ball through. Not let that ball slip to Arnold there. Fabinho in the center of the park is going to leave it up to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum actually gets pushed off the ball by Andre Gomes. And then Andre Gomes is able to find Richarlison on the left wing. This is the first time they've been able to move up this side of the pitch.
Charleston getting on his horse.
And we
Oh, save! Wow!
Oof.
Saved by Allison, saved by the corner post. What happened here, Franny? Oh, the little the flick.
Oh, Gomez saved it.
Barely. Barely.
Yeah.
He got a foot on it.
Allison gets back, gets the block in. Joe Gomez gets back, gets a block in. Hopefully this one. And wow, we escaped that one as well there.
Oh, he heads it into the back. All right, so Everton, a little spark here at the 79th minute here as we approach 80, 10 minutes to go, and Everton maybe has finally woken up. Let's see if the game decides to open up a little bit after Everton having opportunity or seeing that it can have opportunities after basically a dominant game of keep away by Liverpool, owning almost 70% of the possession for the half or for the game.
Yeah, it was some pretty nervy moments there. But that was the kind of the first shot at goal they've been able to really kind of come up with. And
Whew is right. Whew. Just out the back.
I don't know what Lovren's doing.
Other than losing Richarlison.
Yeah, so
and overrunning him.
And I wanted to say this earlier, but I mean, Lovren's been kind of the issue here because you've seen it twice on the left wing. Richarlison was able to get past Lovren there, and also they were able to get it past him for the actual possible goal attempt as well.
So well, remember, he's another upper. Oh, no, this one's going back to Liverpool.
Clearly, he is kind of out of sorts and out of shapes right now. Absolutely getting burned.
Yeah, I mean, he basically pushes him there and pushes him forward. And this ends up in the face of Allison, luckily. Takes it right to the nose. But yeah, remember, Matip went out with what looked like maybe he got stepped on or a slight injury. Here's the cross inside.
Yeah, and I think the Matip switch there for Lovren, it's kind of where the issue has kind of arisen. I think it's pretty clear, unfortunately.
Not a switch that Liverpool probably may have wanted to make, rather one that they had to. We have been sort of theorizing that Salah would be the final player.
This is kind of where the point of where you wish you had Robertson there, right? Because then you can put Robertson at left back, and then you can just move Gomez back into center back. to avoid having to put Lovren to in the game to begin with. So I think that was kind of having Robertson is a big help with it.
And the
Unfortunately, he's not on.
there's the focus camera on Lovren at the moment. I think you were saying earlier that these derbies have been decided with 90th minute goals. We are definitely possibly headed towards something of that sort here as we approach 83 minutes.
Spread the play out here from Van Dijk. Is probably going to go down to the left wing here to Gomez, back to Van Dijk. And then Van Dijk is going to not pass it to Lovren, which is probably a good idea on his part. Pings a pass to the right to Origi, and it's going to go out of play. No.
Nope.
And we're
Everton.
actually able to retain possession there with the pressure by Origi. That was really good job. Good defense there against by Lucas Digne on Arnold, not letting him get through on the right wing.
Everton does look a bit more lively here in the last 5 minutes after their 2 attempts on goal, saved by Allison here. They may have found a little bit of a spark, but this is right. This is like when the crowd would be totally in it and trying
but it's
to
not,
will
right?
their team to victory, but nothing here, right? So Everton's going to have to try to do it on its own. Better possession
Back
for
to
them.
Alice.
Yeah, this one just back to Allison, back to Gomez. Gomez not even playing up at all anymore, actually.
Van Dijk's going to kind of patrol up the field, which makes me worried because he's not actually back there on defense to save any Lovren's mistakes if they do occur once again. I think that's going to be offside on Ox 100%.
Oh, it was close, but actually it wasn't even called. It doesn't look like.
Mane gets pushed off the ball there. Rigi's also going to not win the ball.
And a yellow
Fine.
card. Yellow for Origi. Five minutes to go here to hit the 90. Probably going to have 3 or 4 of stoppage time. Remember, we had the water break plus time for an injury.
Wow, you actually heard it go off of the roof, which is hilarious.
Hurt? Oh, really?
Yeah, the ball it hit the roof, and the camera picked it up, which was pretty funny.
Things you would never hear in a normal game. Balls hitting the roof.
Yeah, we'd never hear that.
Pass back into the Liverpool half here. Pass back to Allison. Allison going to try to get this one outside, sort of switching sides of the pitch. A long ball.
Arnold on the wing is able to get a corner out of this one, which is good. Good move, good play there. The long ball from Lovren kind of opened that up. We were able to get a corner out of it, see if we can muster up anything on this side.
It looked like he had decent control off the first touch there. But I thought maybe he was just going to shoot it, but that was pretty far out actually. So, but here's your corner kick coming up here late in the game.
Lovren goes up for it. It's kind of just in the middle of everywhere. And I think it'll be our ball here on the left wing, left flank. And there's going to be a substitution here. Alex Iwobi is going to be coming off for Bernard. There we go. I got his name. Alex Iwobi coming off for Bernard. Typically, in this situation, it's probably more of a defensive one. Bernard plays a little more defensive. So he will be kind of sitting back. Iwobi from Arsenal kind of plays more of an attacking midfield role.
Yeah,
But
so
Bernard is also
still,
capable of that.
go ahead. That's only the second of the 5 Everton substitutions. Presumably, they might not use all 5.
Yeah, I'm going to assume they most likely will not actually.
Unless they just like want to stall the game out at the end or something. But
Really
they
nice
have
play there
looked.
by Henderson. Is able to get to the right wing here to Arnold, possibly able to get a cross in. Unfortunately, cutting to his on the left inside was not the move there. Long ball here. Then Lavra just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Just got climbed on his back.
Yeah, he was there. That was enough. He was there. And there's the upcoming fixtures as you see. Crystal Palace on Wednesday, July the 2nd, Man City, and then Aston Villa on July the 5th, which are, yeah.
There, he's actually going to get a push in the back there. Calvert-Lewin on Van Dyke, or maybe not. I
No,
actually don't know if he did.
there was nothing there.
Oh yeah, there is. It was a foul.
Okay, in that case, but just a restart here.
Bernard's able to run up the field here, maybe get the spread out wide. The ball is not able to reach Richarlison. Fabinho cuts it off, and it is back to Van Dijk to recycle the possession. Fabinho finding himself in the left wing, kind of interesting spot for him, and then cuts back inside. Too much of a heavy touch, unfortunately. Henderson's able to win the ball there. The heavy challenge there by Richarlison, and it actually looks like he comes up worse off.
Yeah, Henderson looks fine on this one.
Yeah, I mean, he came in pretty hard.
You're going to see on the replay here. What?
I mean, it was like a 50-50 ball. It's not a foul on any of them.
Yeah.
Either of them.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And that's going to be Moise Keane, I think, is going to be coming in. And there will be 3 minutes of added time in this match, in this first Premier League match back.
Well, Fran, we are at the, you said 90-minute game winners, so here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Origi here on the wing is able to get the ball to Gomez. Works it really nicely back to Fabinho. We're probably going to be able to spread this back out wide and switch flanks, or we'll go back to Lovren. Nice ball there. Nice little interchange. Ox sits on the ball for a little too long. Genie wins it back. Great hustle there. Ox picks it up in the center of the pitch. Lots of traffic here for him to kind of get through. He does get through, and he actually does get fouled by Richarlison as well. It was a really nice move.
Oh, yeah, it was a push in the back. Absolutely. Yeah, this is going to give Liverpool a great opportunity a couple of yards outside the box here.
How is that not a yellow card?
The blatant push from behind.
It's a blatant, like it's an on-purpose foul.
Yeah, it definitely was too. With two hands.
Yeah,
right?
It's like an intentional. I always thought that was I don't know, because like if someone's running down the field and like they're going to score and you pull them back and you get a yellow card, you're stopping them from scoring, but it's like kind of intentional foul, which is why they get a yellow card. That's kind of the same thing.
I sort of agree on this
because I feel like the Mane one, like
weird.
they gave a yellow card to the guy that tackled Mane and barely touched him, right?
Yeah, yeah, they did.
I don't know.
This one was definitely
this one was like very intentional. Yeah.
Two-handed push.
So we'll see what happens here. Kind of a similar angle as the last one, a little farther back.
A little farther to the right, too.
Oh! A little over. I think he actually does. Pickford has to actually get his hands to it, so we're going to get a corner out of this one, I think. It is coming down. Yeah. It was a shot on target there.
Yeah, he does. Pickford does put it over the top.
A save that he should make. And then here with the corner kick, this most likely will be the last action of the game. And we kick the ball out of play. Nice.
Oh, there you go. The punch away from Pickford careens the ball to safety.
Yeah, it doesn't actually even do anything.
Yeah.
It was out of bounds beforehand. Which is why you always never want like the in-swinger to hit the ball like that, because you're technically on the way how you're curving the ball, you're kind of kicking it out of bounds to curve back in, which is why you want someone like left-footed. But it's each their own. Calvert-Lewin, I think, here is going to be coming off.
Yeah, so this is like they're just going to blow the substitutes at the end and like
and waste the time.
Right? Yeah, and waste the time. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So I guess the 5 subs helps the teams that are trying to waste more time.
And we're just this is 4.
But I also feel like he's just going to blow the whistle right when
yeah, basically. So we are at the 93rd minute. There was 3 minutes of stoppage time. It is 0-0 here in the first return to play in the Premier League for Liverpool. The Merseyside derby is going to probably end in a draw.
And it does.
And that is it. Yes, that is
extremely boring.
Oh, they got within 6 feet.
Yeah, they kind of hugged each other.
They did. The coach is hugging. No one else hugging though. Everyone else just a wave.
That's kind of a disappointing start, but at the end of the day, not the worst. I think it's pretty obvious in the things where we need to improve and what formations and what combinations clearly are working better. Clearly at the start of the game, we were controlling it a lot more, and then whatever changes were made kind of, granted it was the injury with Lovren, but whatever changes were happening kind of more later on is clearly not the way how we kind of should be moving forward. I think Salah on Wednesday is able to be able to get a full start. I think Mane most likely is going to get a little bit of rest Mane played the full time here, so he's probably going to get a little bit of a rest on Wednesday. But we will be back on Wednesday, hopefully, against Crystal Palace at I think it's at 2:45. Manchester City plays Burnley tomorrow. We're rooting for Burnley tomorrow.
We're rooting for Burnley. Chances that actually happens?
Close to 0.
Okay, well there you go. All right. Any final thoughts here for the game? Of course, we didn't get to see Salah. He was out, and then the unfortunate injury that had to bring in Lovren. They didn't get to probably use the 5th substitution the way they wanted to, as the sun sets here in England. A bit bizarre without the fans, but nonetheless, we have football. So the games are still being played, so we still get to watch.
Yeah, the games are being played. They're flying. I'm happy to see the Reds back in action. I mean, granted, I'll take what I can get for entertainment. I've been looking at the news. Like, that's the only form of entertainment. So it's great to see some football or anything else to distract us of kind of what's going on in the world today. But fantastic. I was really happy to just at least kind of get the joy to be able to watch a match again. And I'm glad it's back. Unfortunately, it wasn't really the result we were looking for. But at the same time, what can you expect after a long layoff like that and kind of jumping right back into a derby? So thank you very much for everybody watching.
Interesting point. One final point here from our friends in chat. They're basically saying the players seem like they're in training mode or mood, like with no crowd. And is saying across all the leagues.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think there's a very different type of atmosphere that's going. It just seems odd. It is very weird.
But it's hard to get up. Like, yeah, you're professionals, right? So you have to like show up and play. But it is kind of hard to get up for a game when there isn't the atmosphere. I can
also
see it.
been playing professionally for how many years that you always have a crowd,
right?
You always have that motivation and that like oomph. And it's not there anymore. Like pretty much everybody that's been playing here has had a crowd at one of their games since like age of 16 or 17, probably 18.
Pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much.
So like they're used to playing with that energy, that passion, feeding off of it. I think it's just an adjustment. And I think Philippe is right in the comments. It seems like it's a lot of going through the motion.
Yeah. Yeah. But Liverpool looked really strong. Basically up until like the 70th.
Yeah, we played really well for like 75 minutes. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
and then off the pitch, and then Lovren comes on the pitch, and it all kind of goes to a disaster. So
those two substitute. Well, when Wijnaldum came in and Origi came in, and that's kind of when we were like, do the players really understand like what's going on right now? And then there was the Lovren one, right, which probably wasn't the substitution they wanted. And the game seemed to like slow down, but Liverpool with a dominant 70% of possession. Everton did have its opportunities twice, pretty good ones. But yeah, the opportunities were sort of lacking there for Liverpool later in the game. In any
Yeah.
case, back on Wednesday, Fran, you'll have that broadcast. I'll probably have to be working. It's a little
Yeah,
early
I
for
will
me.
do my best to be able to stream that game depending on work and meeting schedules. But from all of us here at Real Life Sports, please stay safe. Listen to your
Yes.
local officials. Also, remember to call your father because it is Happy Father's Day today. Or you can be like us who just stream and then say Happy Father's Day on stream and then they call us. So it kind of works out really well that way. But from all of us at Real Life Sports, thank you very much. Stay safe. Listen to your local officials and have a very nice day. It is great to have football back and Liverpool back. Have a nice day and enjoy the rest of your Sunday and Happy Father's Day.
Cheers, everybody. Goodbye.